Hello, this is Bob Cooke here. Welcome to my TA YouTube channel, TA Therapy. Today I'm going to brace the subject, what is transactional analysis? In previous presentations I've talked about Eric Berne, who is the originator of transactional analysis in 1961, and I've talked about contracts. So I thought I'd better start again at the beginning and talk about what is TA, as it's sometimes colloquially called. What is transactional analysis? So Eric Berne came up with three really parts of transactional analysis, if you like. It's a theory of personality, a theory of communication, and a theory of child development. If we go further than this, we can talk about a definition of transactional analysis, which comes from the Institute of Transactional Analysis, and that is that transactional analysis is a theory of personality and systematic psychotherapy for personal growth and personal change. I quite like that definition. I think it really sums up transactional analysis today. The key ideas in transactional analysis, Eric Berne, as I said, who is the originator of TA, in his seminal book in 1961, TA Psychotherapy, came up with four major ideas that made up his model, which he called transactional analysis. That's from 1961, his major book. They are ego states, transactional analysis proper, games, and script. Further ideas that followed as TA developed were strokes, very popular and very important, really established by the theory of Claude Steiner. Though Eric Berne did come up with the idea and the name of strokes. Discounting, the idea that we all discount, and there's four levels of discounting. Redefining, rackets and stamps. Many other key ideas started to develop, and TA today is full of many different ideas from many TA writers and authors who evolved after Eric Berne died in 1970. So let's go on and look at the philosophy of TA. Eric Berne stated that people are born okay, and that everybody has the capacity to think, and that people decide their own destiny, and these decisions can be changed. So people are born okay, they're not born not okay, as some of the earlier psychoanalysts talked about. Eric Berne talked about that people were born princes, and through society and environment and parenting, they often change to frogs. Secondly, everybody has a capacity to think. I mean, severely brain damaged people obviously have difficulties in that area, but otherwise everybody has the capacity to think, and therefore can take responsibility for their decisions. Thirdly, that people decide their own destiny, and these decisions can be changed, which is really important because it means that once we become more aware, that we can take responsibility to change our own decisions that perhaps we made earlier in the past. Two major principles of transactional analysis psychotherapy is open communication and contractual method. So Eric Berne really believed that the client and the therapist need to be open in communication, and that the psychotherapist, unlike the early psychoanalysts, need to come from an adult to adult place and share TA ideas and TA's thinking. So he recommended that therapists, transactional analysis therapists, needed to share with their clients the key ideas of TA, and that would help the practitioners know what's the principles behind the diagnosis and thinking. Of course, he also wanted to sort of go against psychoanalytical thinking, which is often to keep communication diagnosis away from the client. Another major principle of transactional analysis is contractual method, and that's the idea that the therapist and the client make a joint contract, and that the client takes responsibility for goals and direction that the therapy will be taking. And often the therapist and the client sign a joint declaration to that point. Okay, so that's really the 6 major slides that I want to go through. I'm going to do other slides on the ideas of transactional analysis in more depth. So thank you for listening, and I hope you come back to my YouTube channel, where I'll be talking more in detail about some of the ideas of transactional analysis. Thank you, and bye-bye.